I'm on board. So all of you guys have been waiting since morning for the SIBM Pune shortlist to come out. Finally, the SIBM Pune shortlist has come out. The very important is to go ahead and know what is the next things that we have to do with respect to our application form, the deadlines, how to prepare for interviews. So please make sure you guys watch this video right till the end. सबसे important चीज़, how do you check whether you've got shortlisted or not? All of you guys would have received an email of saying you have been selected for the second phase. Log into the dashboard and check your access. So you will have to log in on that particular link. It's your Snap dashboard itself, where you will get an update about all the symbiosis colleges that you have applied in for. Okay, so quickly, if we have a run through the same, you will log into your dashboard. This is how it will look like. After you have logged in, it will show you your slot booking dashboard directly. Okay, you have to remember is your slot booking will be enabled only after you finish the entire registration form. So fill the form at the earliest, because you have the deadline of 19th Jan 2024 11:55 p.m. for the slot booking for SIBM Pune. So we don't have a lot of time at hand. Make sure you guys fill this particular form before the deadline of 19th of Jan. Okay? Here, when you click on register now, it will take you to the entire registration page, which has got multiple sections to it. One, it has got a gamified assessment portal where you have to give 3 game-based assessments, which is going to be in your test section. Only then can you proceed further ahead with your application form. And that common application form, which is common for all symbiosis colleges, has to be completed. ठीक है, आप यहाँ पे देखोगे आपको instructions भी they have shared with respect to your entire portal of the gamification app, gamification test which has to be done. Once you start receiving the other shortlists, whether if you have applied for other colleges, right now this is an account of a student who's only applied for SIBM Pune. If you had applied for other colleges, नीचे आपको यहाँ पे सारे colleges दिखेंगे, status में आपको दिखेगा वहाँ पे dates when the things will start with respect to your interview process. ठीक है, so let's make sure we are on our toes, keeping in check all the expected timelines and interviews when it will be coming for all the symbiosis colleges. Okay, now let's talk about how do we go about with our preparation and whether we should start preparing right now for SIBM Pune or not, because a lot of you guys have this question, right? But to quickly, everybody on the chat, keep typing in your Snap percentile, your category, and whether you have been shortlisted or not, because there are quite a lot of students who were expecting a shortlist from SIBM Pune but have not received it. ठीक है, तो quickly on the chat, everybody punch in your percentiles. General 99.7, shortlisted, and the others also category wise, whether it's SC, ST, EWS, everybody. So we'll get a fair idea what is the lowest percentile at which we are given a shortlist at present. ठीक है, once you have that in hand, you have your shortlist. Let's prepare ourselves now for SIBM Pune. If you look at the entire batch profile, you will see the gender diversity we've got is 33%. The average age of the batch is 25.05 years. The average work ex is 17.53 months. The academic background, we've got 69% engineers, 21% commerce students, and 10% from the others category. Professional experience, we have a good chunk of 38% of freshers. Rest have different range of work experience, coming with 10% from 1 to 12 months, 16% from the batch of 13 to 24 months of experience, 23% with 25 to 36 months of experience, and 13% with 36 plus months of experience. Essentially, 2 to 3 years ka slot hai na, that's like a sweet spot across all the colleges. Placements wise, SIBM Pune has been killing it. I know I've got a lot of students already asking in the chat about in the various groups ki SIBM Pune worth it hai ki nahi hai, NM versus SIBM. Guys, abhi aapko calls aayi hai. Work your work really hard, convert the calls, and then we shall talk about whether this is good or not, should be selected or not. So this is something which you all have to keep in mind. All right, placement highlights of the current batch, that is 2023 batch. We have highest placement was 35.05, average 26.7, median 24. Average CTC of the top 10% of the batch is 33.27% lakhs per annum. Top 25% of the batch is 32.80. Top 50% of the batch is 29.99. Your target has to be that I have to be in the top 20% of the batch in whichever college you go ahead. Okay? So this is something which you have to keep in mind. Now coming back to the most important thing, हमें पढ़ाई कैसे करनी है, what do we have to do? All of you guys would be meeting up your seniors. We've been having these sessions all through the days with respect to every calls coming out. Like tonight we have students coming and attending the IIM Amritsar sessions. So today we are going to be having SIBM Pune groups being made. All of you guys will be added to the same, and you will have your SIBM Pune seniors meetup session tomorrow night at 11 p.m. where we'll talk about all the things. What is this gamification assessment test? What is this SIBM Pune common form that you have to fill? How do we prepare ourselves for the GE and PI process? Because this year most likely it's going to be an offline process, right? So let's discuss all of these things in tomorrow night's 11 p.m. session with your seniors from SIBM Pune. And make sure till then you guys run through this entire docket of the SIBM Pune interview experiences. Okay, what this objective is, it helps you to get a fair idea about the kind of questions that have come in the watch topics, in the essays, in the interviews, so that you can relate to it. You can get a fair idea about how should you prepare yourselves. Okay, so let's look at one of these examples which is there, where the student was at the venue. Group exercise was basically a game of Tetris, where we were given first 5 minutes to solve our own puzzle, and then the next 5 to 7 minutes was to solve individual puzzles as a team. So basically एक puzzle दिया था, all of you had to solve it individually. After that you had to solve it as a team together. Then we had a written ability test where you were shown a 40 seconds video with no audio, and you had to summarize the content of that video in 10 minutes giving a 100 words title. Okay? The video showed a man walking in the street with a briefcase for the first 36 to 37 seconds, and in the last 2 to 3 seconds he suddenly changes into a fishnet stockings, puts on a wig and walks away. So that was the group exercise 1 with the video. Then you had a group exercise 2, which was a case discussion. The case was about a political party which had won the previous 5 elections, but the recent election results showed that they had won by a very slim margin. So this situation was about, how the elections work and how it is there. The question was as to what business strategy the party head should use. The discussion was very smooth with every chipping in and giving their 2 cents. You were able to arrive at a solution and conclude on time. So this is how the group exercise 2 went on. Next came our personal interview. In personal interview, they were given an extempore topic outside the interview room itself and was given 1 minute to think about it. The topic given was born as a freedom fighter or born in a free country. 2 panelists, both alumni, one middle-aged and one other female. Then let's move on to see what were the kind of questions they had asked them. So I was asked to take a seat and asked about my case discussion. Then I was asked to talk on my extempore topic, and he spoke about being born in a free country and how I would have more opportunities to express myself and how I wouldn't need to be afraid of experimenting and taking chances. Then the next question was why MBA and why not pursue a job. Was asked about, what I did since the graduation days. You were asked about the hobbies, family background. Then the next question came around was about, where all have you traveled? What has been your background? Asked about what your name means. Was talked about 3 things that he's unaware of. And that's it. That's how the interview went around. So essentially a lot of deep diving into knowing you as a person was done. Trust me, SIBM Pune will grill you a little bit, make you be on your toes. They do test your on the spot thinking. Like for example, quite a while back, but my SIBM Pune, the first interview question, the interview was on campus and I was working with Infosys Pune back then. So the first question was, why are there so many people from Infosys? What's wrong with this company? There's no why MBA, introduce yourself. They just jumped onto that, right? And then a lot of questions about, okay, now tell, why do you want to leave the company? Why do you want to do an MBA after 2 years of experience? Do you want to do an MBA to impress your family or impress some other people? Why should we select you? So a lot of deep diving into the fact of why they should select you. Why are you a perfect fit for management degree and why SIBM Pune for you. So make sure you are prepared with all of these answers and be ready to be grilled to a little extent. It's not stressful interview unless you make it. So make sure you guys prepare well for the interviews and the group exercise as well also. Rest, congratulations to all of you guys who've got shortlisted for the SIBM Pune. Drop in the comment section your percentile and the category you belong to, and then we shall connect with you guys tomorrow 11 p.m. with your seniors. Let's make sure we convert these calls. All right, all the best, take care.